All right, you're gonna hear. There you go. Avoid legal snags by telling people they're being recorded. So you're being recorded. All right. So what we're doing is we're taking a jump into GetSetPro and seeing what's going on. I put in the guest password and username. There we go. Okay. So once they log in, this is what it looks like. You have on the side tab website marketing or scheduler. Most accounts will have website and marketing. I'll explain why in a second. So this is the website changes. If they want to make changes to the website, click on hours. You can make changes to the hours. You can make special hours if they're open certain days, certain times. Like, for example, you want to be closed for July 4th because it's Independence Day and you're closing for the long weekend. You can set it up. This pushes directly to Google My Business. So if they make a change here, it makes a change in Google also. Not if they're OD site, only if they're OD LX, which is what we call services levels or above.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So let's move on. Let's move back. There's a services, and this is the listing of the eye care services page and sections they have on the website. If you want to turn off any of those pages, let's say they say, hey, we don't do Latisse. Ew. You click that, and the page disappears from the website. If
is this for OD sites as well?
Yes.
Okay. So they have the option to go to and put any of these pages onto their website.
Yes, this is a list of pages that exist in the system. So they have the option of turning it on and off at will.
Okay.
Now, remember, we have it set up that if they turn it off, it's supposed to make a redirect to the parent page. So it's not going to hurt them. What a redirect means is that it's going to send them to the main eye care services page.
Okay.
And they're not going to get what's called the 404, which is a broken link. All right, let's go back over here to insurance. And now they can choose all the types of insurances they want on the website. They can also decide if it's a medical or vision insurance. There's a difference between the two different types of insurances. Vision insurance is just for eyeglasses, contact lenses, and you get vision health off of that. Medical, and sometimes it might include eye exam. Depends on the brand and company that's giving you the insurance. Medical is for real eye issues, ophthalmologists, and anything really medical. Some companies do both. Like you see over your VSP has both medical and vision.
Okay.
Right? And they can choose how they want it to show up on the website.
Right.
Now, if you want to add another insurance to the website, you click Add Insurance. And you can type in names of companies over here. Let's say, do they have VSP? Yeah, they do. It's already on the site. If you want to add individual plans, you click over here and you decide medical vision or medical and vision, and now it shows up on the site.
Right.
Or you can delete it off now. And it's pretty instantaneous. It just shows up. If you want to reorder this and put them in a specific order, you click over here with the 3 dots, and it says sort by. So you can go alphabetical, popularity, or custom. If you do custom, then it allows you to suddenly drag and drop them anywhere you want to.
Perfect.
Okay, and that is insurance. Frames works exactly the same way. Now, what's interesting, you might have noticed over here, I'm gonna make the screen big. You can see popularity, 76%, which is what percentage of our websites have the frames on them. Okay. Now, keep in mind, we do have practices that are what we call corporate. And they don't sell frames or lenses. They only do eye exams. They only do medical. So keeping that in mind, 76 is actually a very high number, not necessarily as low as you think it is. It could be even close to 90% of our websites at that point. It's based on the ones that actually have it. And you'll notice the brand name is Exotica. So if I want to add frames and I want to add frames that are from Exotica, I can just do a quick search for Exotica and look what happens.
Okay.
Well, the Exotica frame lines show up.
Right.
So if you search, so you have it's like a brand and a model. So the brand is Exotica, the model is Exotica, Vogue, Versace. They can choose it and then it can show up on the website. And also, same thing with insurances. If you don't have it, it's not there, then you can request it from us and we'll see if we can get the logo onto the system. Into the system. And the same thing over here with sorting. Same thing, alphabetical, popularity, or custom. You can drag and drop them as needed. Any questions so far?
Nope.
Okay, badges. Badges are, when you look at a website, they're not the menu points, but they're the main areas which can show up on the sidebar, which means on the side of the website They can show up on the homepage of the website, and they're extra places of important links that the practices want the patients to know about. So over here, book an appointment, patient history exam, designer frames, vendors, and existing patient update form. If I suddenly decide I want designer frames to be more important, I can just drag this over here, and it reorders. Now on some sites, they're left to right or they're top bottom. So that's why you see the numbers there. So you know what's coming from left to right. And then you can create any kind of badge you want. We're looking at a customer view. So if I want to add one for insurance, it says insurance is accepted, and then you only have 3 choices of icon. You can't just choose from the whole list. And then you can have a choice of, do you want it to be URL, a specific page on the website? So I can search for the word insurance, and then there we go. I can choose one of these 3. And then advanced settings, I just want to know if there's anything else I should write on it. We accept these. And then what happens is that when they hover over the button, those words over here pop out, so you're able to see it.
Okay.
And once you create the badge, it's automatic. It just shows up. That's what's great about this system. All these things that I showed you, badges and frames, insurance, all these things are being used as part of our system for the auto builder. So our teams, like the marketing teams that work with the clients directly, they're able to make these changes using these systems in the back end of WordPress. We're also going to have it set up so that way, and we have it set up now, that when people sign up for iCarePro, they can choose their frame lines right in the system, and it shows up on the website. They choose insurances using this technology right in what we call the welcome wizard, so that when they start in the company. And more, as they do it, we keep on building new things through development. We're really setting up a situation where they're going to be able to build almost their entire website right from the beginning, without our builders lifting up a finger. We're calling it the auto builder or get set build. Now comes our team. Well, you have to have doctors and staff. This is much better than the old system. You create, you put the type, is it doctor or staff? Prefix could be Dr., Mr., Mrs., and Ms. And then suffix, they have a ton of different ways they can write OD, all these different degrees that they have. A lot of them like putting it after their name. They're all going to show up in alphabetical order. Okay. It doesn't matter how many they choose. First name, last name. Let's say Michelle, and the last name is Smith. And I can continue over here. Give it a second. Then you can put an image from your computer, and then you can type in a biography here or paste it. There's what we call, is what you see is what you get. So you can make it bold, you can put in a link if you want to. You have all different types of things you can do to format it, and then you click save, and then you're off to the races. But we're going to delete her because, yes, remove. And that's a story with that. Moving on to FAQs. A lot of our websites are set up with frequently asked questions, and it is enabled. Yep. And then you can, the enabled questions, the ones that are on the website, all around the website that they can use. And then and you guys can actually go here if you want to find out information about all different types of topics. They just basically, they pick a topic. Yeah. And for eye care, sunglasses, and then we'll see all the different types of questions. And you can just decide, I want to use these questions on the website. Cool. And that's it. And then they show up. That's how the system works. Announcements, which are great. So right now for Seashore House Optical, which is our guest account, our practice, what you'll see over here, that will be closed, and that conference is from June 14th to June, right? And that's what we did over here. It's live. Right. And they're very easy to set up. Very easy to set up. You just click create, the name of whatever it is, because you want it to show up for the know where it's from. You put your content in here. And then you block it off, and you can make it whatever size, extra large. You want it to be centered. Let's say it can be centered. Let's say you're not thrilled with the colors. you can select your colors over here. You can make it blue, and then I click apply, and everything changes over here, so you can see what it's supposed to look like. You want it to be linked, whatever. You can put it on the top of the page, bottom left, bottom right, because both of those do not block anything over here, because they're showing up on the sides. They're not going to block off anything and cause a problem with people clicking, linking, Xing out of things. And then you just schedule your time. Done. It's all, and it goes up. Final section over here is testimonials. We have a connection, for example, believe it or not, Seashore House has our own Facebook page, Yelp, and Google My Business, and that's not linked up properly. Go us. Anyway, long and short of it is, if you go to Seashore House Optical, here, let's just look it up while we're here. Seashore House Optical. We should see the Google card, and there it is. And there's Dr. Book, as you saw, and they have 12 Google reviews. I actually wrote the responses to all of them, and everything. So we had marketing managers, as you can see, who did reviews, and then we responded. And then we actually had some people that are not marketing managers that found their way there to leave us reviews also, so which is a lot of fun. And those reviews show up here on the website, right? Well, it should be that they left one there. But once the SaaS is hooked in, which is software as a service, which is what GetSetPro is, it shows these testimonials on the page. So it's going to pipe in automatically these testimonials. And if you're not thrilled with one of them, you just click the delete, and you don't have to worry about it. It's going to be blacklisted. It'll never show up on the website. What ends up happening is that sometimes patients have gamed this. Angry patients have gamed the system, because like Solution Reach and all these other companies that do reviews, they'll only put up reviews that are 4 or 5 stars, and the patients started figuring that out. So they started writing these nasty reviews and giving them 5 stars, and they would just show up on the website. And Solution Reach, it takes like a day for them to come down if you figure it out and you complain. Yeah. It takes like 24 hours. So it ends up sitting there on the website with that really bad review, and there's nothing you can do about it for that time. So we allow the option to just delete it if you don't want it, so you can get it off the system. Okay, that's the website side of things. Everybody has that, whether they're OD site or they're getting services.
Okay.
Now comes marketing. The only tab that people can see with marketing right now is reviews. The rest of them are in development. They don't exist. Okay. So if you click on reviews, and there we are. So you'll see the 8 requests were sent in the last 30 days, 40 links were clicked, and no new reviews off of it. This is what we call the review app. They can type in a mobile phone number or an email address for any of these patients. Now, because of HIPAA, which is privacy laws, you have to be very, very careful to ask permission to do it. So first, you don't get the phone number from their service, what's called an EHR, where electronic health records, where they have all the patient information. You can't pull the phone number or the email address from there. You have to ask them for it. And once you ask them for it, you type it in, and then you confirm it. Once you've confirmed that you can send it, you click the check, and you're off to the races. So I'm going to I've been sending these to myself. So this is my phone number through iCarePro, and then I have Lenny, right, there we go. Do you approve? Yes, please send it to me. Now you're going to see a sent over there. Message sent, and now it's going to come into my email. Hold on, let me pull my Gmail open. It'll come in here in seconds because everything falls over to my Gmail. And 3, 2, 1, and here they come. Here they come. I just got the confirmation. Hold on. 3, and there we are. Yeah. So there's Seashore House Optical. So this is what an email looks like. And this is what a text message has on it, because my text messages go straight to my email also. Okay, and if you click the review, if you click the link, it automatically opens See, right where it should be, and the box opens also
Brilliant.
to be able to leave the review.
Yeah.
This works exactly the same on mobile. If they're on an iPhone, at times they're not necessarily going to be logged into Google, because an Android user is always logged into Google.
Yeah.
But an iPhone user may not be logged into Google. So if they're not logged into Google, they just have to log in, and once they log in, it will automatically pull them to that view as well.
Okay.
They can change the message if they want to. You click the wheel, and you can change your message over here.
Right.
You always have to keep the word link, because that represents the Google link that you saw inside the email.
Right.
And if you start clicking, you'll notice it tells you have 47 characters out of 120. You can continue writing over here.
Yeah.
That way we make sure the link is never truncated and it always works. You can see all your reviews. And if you see that you can't read everything, you can click complete and it'll show you more information. And if you have reviews that you didn't reply to, they show up over here in the needs reply section.
Right.
And that's something that's open to anyone who has services, the reviews app. Now, what's coming down the line, actually, I'll show you SEO right now. SEO actually exists in our monthly reports. So if you have services through us, you will see this in monthly reports. This is your listings throughout the internet. They all have to be consistent. They always have to be the same as best as possible. And the more consistent they are, the better chance you have that Google's going to show you. Only 25 to 30 of them are super duper important, but we get you around, if you're an American practice, you're getting around 70. If you're Canadian practice, we don't tell the practices this either way, but we're doing it manually. So it's still, I'm working on an automated solution like we're doing for the American practices that get this many. But for the Canadian practices, we're not there yet. I'm still talking to companies. So just keep in mind that, this is what we offer. And live means it's live and everything's the way it's supposed to be. Waiting on publisher means that we pushed the information over through our automated system. The company that we're using has pushed it to the publisher, and the publisher hasn't made it live yet. Processing means that we made the change and we pushed it to the company that we're using, and then we're just waiting for them to do what they need to do. If you click on a publisher, you'll see that it gives you the listing URL. If it's possible, I'll tell you if it's live or not. Listing URL. Axiom is an aggregator. It's not a specific listing. Overseas map. It's just live. It's for someone searching from across the seas. Apple showing you live. That's Apple Maps. Your American towns, you can actually click on the listing. This will take you to one of our practices that we use because this is a test account. And that's the story with that. Now let's talk about some cool stuff. So vitals are just, it's a report that we're testing and playing around with for practices that are with iCare, are using GetSetPro, but they don't have a website with us, which is going to happen in the future at some point. We're going to be developing services that involve using GetSetPro, where a practice will not use our website.
Just our services.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Okay, cool.
Okay, so that's what this is. This is just a prototype of what we can do for, what we're thinking about, what we can do for them. But again, this is just in testing. And then we said SEO reports. It just tells you what's going on, how many patients over the last bunch of days, conversion rates, and you can do the last year also. This is also not going to be like this when it's real, because we're going to have more of what we show for reports and what we feel is meaningful for our practices to know. Google My Business section, you'll be able to make changes to Google My Business, which is important without having to go into Google. If you can stay inside GetSetPro as much as possible and not go outside of GetSetPro, it's amazing, because then they're definitely going to use our stuff. You can preview your listing, and then you can see the media. You saw Dr. Book again and the other team member. Also, now comes the other two cool things. Social represents all the postings that are going to show up on Facebook over the time. They can edit them, they can change them, and they can cancel them. But to know it's not going to go up, because sometimes the practice, and we have that on our reports. They can go through all the upcoming posts on their reports and see what's going on, what's not going on with it. If they don't like it, they think it doesn't, oh, it's too cheesy. I don't like this. Oh, Father's Day. Who needs Father's Day? They just flip it off. It doesn't show up. We're going to have Google posting also. That's being developed right now to be able to automatically post to Google My Business. And finally, campaigns. And this is a section that's being built. It's partially built. It's going to continue being built in about a week from now. It should be continued being built. And you can go each month, you can go in and these are the recommendations GetSetPro recommends that you should be having you should have on Facebook. Notice for June, it's a lot of sunglasses, right? Because it's UV issues. And you can see all the elements that we have for the interstitial, which is the pop-up on the website, the slide, or for Facebook cover. And then statistics, how many people use that in June in the past and how many launches they had in total over the years. And if they're not happy with these, you can go to view all and you can see all the different types of campaigns we have. We have categories, not set up the greatest yet, but if you do the word sunglasses, it'll show you all the sunglasses and tell you how many times these were launched over the years, meaning how many practices actually use them the way that they are. And that's the story. We're going to be able to set up. They're going to be able to set their campaigns, and if you want to see what one looks like already, that's already run, is this allergies dandelion, how many impressions, how many landings it had, how many new patients we've tracked coming into it, scheduled, how many days it was out, and these are the elements that we used. You can also use these arrows as well. Yeah. To flip through. And that's GetSetPro. What you don't see also, which other practices don't see, unless you're like Dr. Yesnick's or another that's actually using our scheduler, you click over here, and you can see the appointments are coming in. When they come in, you confirm or reject. This one was rejected, and this one was confirmed. And then from there, you can see the report. You see how many appointments, how many slots you have open over the last 30 days. This is actually live for practices that have our scheduler. We're currently working with 4 or 5 different EHRs, electronic health records companies, to be able to push into their systems, read the doctor's calendars, schedule calendars and schedules, pull out all the open appointment slots, and then put them on the website for people to see. So one of our schedulers in action is this one with Dr. Yesnick at the ybc.com. And here on the home page, so it says book an eye exam, and this is what it looks like on the website. So you click on Dr. Yesnick, you pick a time, and then it shows up in a pop-up. And you can choose, if you click a phone call, all those numbers are tracked. So we're able to tell if it's a new patient or not. It's a track call. Eye exam, contact lens exam, whatever you choose, first name, last name, email, date of birth. Returning patient, yes, then it doesn't count as a new prospective patient. If it's no, we love those. That means we've gotten them a new prospective new patients. Insurance benefits, yes, you put the information in. If it's no, then they just go out, you click confirm, an email goes out to the practice and it's saying, hey, someone tried to book an appointment. An email goes out to the patient saying they need to respond to you within another 2 hours. They get this, they confirm or reject. If they confirm, the patient gets back a confirmation email. If they reject, they get back an email saying, hey buddy, try again. They have a settings area. They can set up their Google My Business and make sure that it's set up properly in the account in this area also, which is great to manage users. And if you click help, it takes you to a video section, which is not the greatest anymore because we changed our look. We're not GetSetBook anymore, it's GetSetPro. And we now have this wonderful environment that we're in right now as compared to the old environment, which looked like this. Here, this is what the old environment looked like. All right, and that is the story.